Today we're sharing yet another addictive recipe that's come out of my dad's newfound love for air fryers.
氣炸鍋焗雞
Air fryer chicken breast. This might just be the easiest way to get crispy restaurant-level chicken on the dinner table in no time. First, let's learn how a Chinese chef prepares chicken breast.
雞胸肉咧，我今日就用2塊，嗰啲係帶骨嘅。如果就去咗個骨先嚇，骨咧好容易嘅。嗱呢度咧就係有條骨，你首先咧就喺呢度喺條骨嗰度輕揩佢過嚟，除咗呢條骨，順住佢呢條骨起嚟。嗱有個關節喺度啊嘛，有個關節喺度，循住關節喺度，一搣佢就開㗎啦。嗱喺度嘛，睇到呢度咧，呢個就屬於雞胸肉嘅部分㗎啦。喺呢度揩佢，一搣佢就全部開晒啦。咦？好容易，直成咁就搣咗晒啦。成塊骨除咗啦，呢啲軟嘅咧就慢慢除埋佢啦。
We'll also cut off any other hard parts.
呢個咧除咗佢，
呢啲唔要啊？
亦可以要，但係唔好黐埋呢度嚇，黐埋呢度會厚得滯，可以擺喺隔離亦都得。呢塊咪好完整嘅雞胸肉咯，係嘛？嗱呢個骨咧，你可以愛嚟做煮湯嘅時候擺落去煮湯。呢個咧，你可以擺埋一齊，亦都可以另外咁愛嚟煮嚟做餸食，亦得嚇。
有皮有骨，係咪平過冇皮個骨？
梗係啦，有皮有骨嗰啲梗係平啲嘅，不過你就要做多啲工咁啫嘛。喺 Costco 啊，好多有啲冇皮冇骨嘅，你喺度你方便嘅，你咪乜就即成買翻嚟就唔可以食得嘅咯，係嘛？如果你成嚿雞咁嚟焗嘅話咧，佢呢度就厚得滯啦，厚得滯呢啲薄啊嘛，呢啲薄呢啲厚，咁點辦咧？咁你就想焗嘅時候咧，等佢一齊熟嘅話咧，你就喺呢度開下佢，解開佢，佢咪快脆啲熟咯。厚嘅地方你就喺佢，另外咧佢可以入味，醃嘅時候可以入味啲。
We'll cut into the thickest part of the chicken breast.
可以開佢咁佢可以熟。佢就一齊熟啦。
你切幾深啊？
一半咧，一半同埋呢個一齊咁上一塞一半呢個都係一樣。呢個厚嘅地方揩佢，咁焗嘅時候嗱，佢就一齊食啦，一齊熟。咁呢仲而且佢入味啲，容易入味啲咁揩到佢
We'll also do some light diagonal cuts here.
因為佢咧嗰啲雞肉咧係經過 freezer 入過嚟嘅，所以我哋俾水洗佢俾水洗佢。有啲紅色嘅喺度，咪洗咗佢咯，抹佢。洗咗啲雪櫃嗰啲味啊嘛有時你可以有啲落啲鹽啊、啲酒落去一齊洗浸下佢都得，我就唔需要啦，我就係咁樣俾水浸一浸佢。嗰時候咧 keep 住嗰塊皮咧要保持佢完整咁之後咧我哋擺喺度停水
After rinsing, we'll dry the chicken breast with paper towels.
下一步我哋而家要做個咩咧？就俾啲廚房紙飲乾啲水佢執乾水咧，醃嘅時候佢又入味啲喺度。
We'll also dry the other chicken breast, then set aside while we create the marinade.
呢個時候我哋應該做咩咧？夠梳士，夠啲汁嚟醃嗰嚿肉醃啲雞胸肉我咧就選擇用蒜子鹽嚟醃。蒜子鹽咧佢嘅好處就冇咁鹹，佢有一種蒜香嘅味道喺度。一個湯匙，魚露咧一個湯匙，蠔油咧又俾一個湯匙，生抽咧又俾一個茶匙就好啦。2個茶匙糖，都係2個茶匙嘅酒上去，多啲間隔嘅香味。一個湯匙嘅生粉落去，1/3個茶匙胡椒粉上去，胡椒粉可以劈腥劈金啲腥味試下味道啱唔啱鹹。OK， 俾多1個茶匙糖上去咁佢更加調和嗰啲味道。
Unlike some common methods of cooking chicken breast, my dad usually uses a couple of classic Chinese ingredients when he marinates the chicken. Rather than just using salt and pepper, he opts for oyster sauce and light soy sauce to enhance the umami flavors of the chicken. For more on different kinds of soy sauces and oyster sauces and how they're used, click the link in our description for lessons 4.1 and 4.2 in our fundamentals library.
另外一個汁咧就愛嚟點嘅，焗好之後落嚟點。
We'll use 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, and 1 tablespoon of boiling hot water.
唔可以加凍水。
凍水冇咁好啦，係嘛？凍水我哋中國人習慣上係中意飲滾水多啲，冇經過煮㗎嘛，所以就係咁樣滾水。好啦，試下呢個味道，甜鹹適中， 假如你有朋友中意食辣嘅咧，你可以加啲辣椒醬上去。
We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlau.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home. Now we'll return to the chicken breasts, drying them more with paper towels if needed.
熟乾下水佢。
Now we can marinate the chicken.
我哋以呢個肉咧，就唔係連啲皮醃埋嘅嗬，啲皮最收尾嘅時候咧，我焗嘅時候喺面上再加少少鹽上去嘅嗬，就係呢個時候就醃呢啲入邊啫。如果你將呢啲黑深色個醬料搽咗嗰啲皮之後咧，焗出嚟咪冇咁靚咯，係嘛？所以我哋係即係醃入邊嚇，醃入邊嗬。
We'll spoon the marinade onto the meat side of the chicken.
佢啲生粉咧可以焗嘅時候，佢可以封住啲肉，等啲肉汁少啲流出嚟，嗬。
Then we'll repeat with the other chicken breast, making sure the marinade goes into all the gaps. If you're using skinless chicken breasts, you can spread the marinade on both sides.
醃咗之後咧，就擺佢過嚟呢度，俾個碟裝住佢，醃住佢。醃嘅時間開個半個鐘頭或以上啦。如果你係啲翻工嘅朋友，或者你朝早翻工醃咗佢先翻工，咁放工嘅時候咧可以焗得啦，係嘛？即刻可以焗得食都得㗎啦。
Is your approach for cooking chicken breast different for your chicken thigh?
做法係一樣，如果你係中意雞髀肉嘅，佢雞髀肉就係會比啲雞胸肉會滑啲。但係你食咧就想健康啲嘅，就食雞胸肉健康啲，冇咁多脂肪喺度。
你醃嗰陣時係要切喺後邊？
雞髀肉就唔使，雞髀肉因為薄啊嘛，佢唔係咁厚啊嘛。去咗骨之後咧，佢雞髀肉好薄嘅啫嘛，又唔會厚啫，唔使切咁切，係嘛？雞肉醃好咗，而家開始就擺入佢氣炸鍋度。嗱，拎開呢個係墊底嘅，你直成咁擺塊雞落嚟都好 OK 噶，都可以咁樣啦。你就會清洗呢個時候咧，就要多啲功夫。但係我今日就俾錫紙代替，你一定要唔好全部封死佢。呢邊咧有啲罅空氣，呢度有啲機個窿上去，擺喺度。佢面咧呢個面光面向上咁你可以整兩個窿喺度
With our fingers, we can poke holes through the foil for ventilation.
整個窿。另外其他地方咧，你可以有個窿喺度，最緊要呢個有兩個窿喺度，空氣咧會上嚟，擺落去，擺平個嗰個錫紙佢。整咗之後咧，就擺個雞肉上嚟。
We'll put the chicken breast into the tray, making sure not to block the holes.
睇到有兩個窿喺度。咁之後咧，我就直情擺入去入邊。
Now we can put the basket into the air fryer. We'll cook at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, setting the timer to 20 minutes, but that's just a starting estimate, as you'll see later. While there is a preheating stage, my dad believes that the air fryer comes to temperature quickly enough so that we can just put the food in right at the beginning. An air fryer is essentially a small countertop convection oven, which is an oven with a fan to circulate hot air. The advantage of a convection oven is that it can blow hot air all around the food. Not only does this cook the food more evenly and quicker, but it creates a drier atmosphere so foods can brown better, usually at a lower temperature. While convection ovens usually have a fan at the back of the unit, air fryers feature a fan above the cooking tray, which fans of air fryers will say cook the food even better. For a more in-depth look at how it works, check out Chris Young's amazing video on air fryer French fries, in which he literally cuts an air fryer in half to show you what happens inside.
Is it best to use low or high heat in the air fryer?
高溫度嘅好處咧，佢就一下將個皮熟咗之後咧，封住入邊啲汁喺度，佢唔會流晒出嚟。如果你慢慢咁樣等佢慢慢熟，咁佢啲汁咪流晒出嚟咯。我同你講，燒叉燒又好，焗叉燒又咩都好。
You have to do it from here.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Cameron, you're so handsome!
Oh!
You look like a true scientist.
Can I do scientist?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
When the timer is down to 9 minutes or after 11 minutes of cooking, we'll take out the basket.
好啦，而家出嚟反轉佢。未反之前你睇下，嗱開始轉黃色係嘛？如果反轉佢反轉佢。
We'll flip both of the chicken breasts so that the skin side is now facing up.
呢個時候咧，我就加少少鹽上去咁黑陣佢有啲味喺度。呢個面冇醃到呢個皮嗰度，少少半個茶匙夠啦，半個茶匙將個面，所以咁樣整散佢，我俾少少油搽一搽個面佢等佢個面會燒出嚟會香啲、脆啲搽一搽搽完佢，少少嘅半個茶匙都夠啦唔使好多。你想佢皮脆啲咧，俾啲燒生粉上去，灑上個面上，半個茶匙都夠啦，唔使好多。
Then we'll sprinkle on some cornstarch.
都係同樣係要掃開佢，掃勻佢。
Using the basting brush, we'll spread the cornstarch so it's evenly distributed across the skin and not in visible clumps.
你點解加生粉喺個皮啊？
就等佢皮脆啲，同埋掃少少油上去嘅話，佢嘅皮咧講話佢脆啲，有生粉喺度。我少少鹽上去個皮咧，佢就會鹹。因為我醃嘅時候冇醃個面嘅皮咧，即係醃下邊啫嘛。如果醃咗個皮咧，佢燒焗起上嚟嘅皮就唔得，冇咁靚噶。而家咧就將個雞肉擺翻入去嚇。
Now we can put the basket back in to let it keep cooking. After 8 minutes, we'll check on the color of the skin.
仲1分鐘，睇啲出嚟睇下，睇出佢面嗱，咁樣咧就未得啦。嗱呢邊同呢邊啱啱開始，嗱就開始轉黃啦，睇到嘛？呢個時間仲有1分鐘，就1分鐘時間咧就焗得佢唔夠啦，啊 ，OK。
Here my dad adds a total of 7 minutes of cooking time. He checks it occasionally to see the color of the skin because we want it golden brown but not burnt. So the total cooking time for us was 26 minutes. 11 minutes with the meat side up, 15 minutes with the skin side up. If you want to be more precise, you can use a meat thermometer to make sure you're not overcooking the chicken.
OK， yeah。嗱，而家黃咗啦，而家上碟，睇到嘛？嗱，啲汁，咦，好多汁，係咪？
Now we'll plate the chicken breasts. You can cut into pieces now or serve whole and cut them at the table.
好啦，朋友們，氣炸鍋焗雞過咗啦，希望大家中意。紅燈慢威，落樓吃雞肉咯。
Yay!
My
If
eat
you
the whole
want
thing.
to make a
Oh,
good,
yeah.
She had a lot.
all you have to do
She have a 2 piece already.
for my name. CIXCER.
That's close.
That's pretty close.
C-A-M.
What does that spell?
Not Cameron.
YouTube thinks you'll like this recipe next. Let's see if they're right. A huge thank you to our walk stars and all of our chefs in the CANTO Cooking Club.